All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's just get this thing started. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful morning. I don't think my shirt today properly represents the current state of the market, but we can always hope. Let me say hello to everybody and we'll get started. We have a lot to talk about today. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Stefan. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Brian. Brian, I hope you're doing well. Keep me posted on how that new account is doing, okay? CJ, David, Arnulfo, Timothy, Peter. Good morning, Peter. Is this the week off or is this the week on? I know Peter works evenings a lot. He's in the medical profession. Ivano, Vernon, Vertuvian, Jill, Spider Monkey, Cam, Steven, Sassy Trainers in the house, Gregory, Brian, Jody, Dave, Robert, Wardog. Good morning, Wardog. I hope you're doing well. Rick, Deanna, Christian, Javad, Stan, Devin, Keith, Wayne, Jesse. Good morning, Jesse. Happy Friday to you too. Ruth, Stephen, Deb, Bruce, Eduardo, Lawrence, Mike, Dave, Donald, Mark, Randy, Bancroft, Thomas, Kathy, Robert, Charlene. Hey, Charlene. Good to see you here. Doris, Paul, Rodolfo. Let's make some money. Yes, yes, yes. From Miami. I love it. Love it. Love it. I love Miami. Robert, every time I go there, I have a great time. And the food is so good too. Ralph, Sin, Piet DeBrock, Dr. Al, Jeff. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you here. Geothi, Keong, Kirk, MV, Delbert, Richard from Puente Gorda. Good morning, Cam. Drop in 11 a.m. Meet our new guru, JD Dugash. Interesting. I'll be interviewing him and showing him his new Sigma indicator. Very nice. JD Degoosh. I don't think I've met him yet. I don't know who this new indicator, this new guy is. JD Degoosh? Huh. Interesting. Charlie Clyde. Good morning. Mike. Andrew. Does JD have a real name, Cam, or is that how he goes by JD? Huh. Interesting. I don't think I've met this guy yet. Mike, Andrew, you guys will have to let me know how you like DJ Degoosh. Eagle, Ray, Cosmic, Spiral, Samson, Karen, Penny, Henry, JB, Art, Mark, Rachel, Kevin, Duzzy, Edward, Genevieve, Frank, Michael, Sherman, John, Manuel, Stephen, Ray. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, Ray. We'll talk about all of that. Jeff, good morning. William, good morning. Nigel, Ira, good morning, Ira. Pray and trade. I like that. Yes. El Spitnik and Mitch. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and good morning. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's getting ready for the weekend. I don't think I have any webinars scheduled. I'll be hanging out with my wife and Rachel, and maybe I'll even visit my son. I've been meaning to buy him a housewarming gift, so I'll probably do that today. All right. So let's begin. Oh, James. I know James. Okay, that I know that guy. I know James. He's a cool guy. Yeah, he's a very nice. I didn't read the JD part. I know James. He's a good guy, Cam. Real nice guy. I call him Jamie. He's a really good guy. Santiago, Julio. That's why I said JD. I don't know who this JD is. Jamie. He's a good guy. Pop, Scotty, Joyful Travels. Hey, Joyful Travels. Yeah, I think he goes by Jamie. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cam, but I think he goes by Jamie. I think I heard people call him Jamie. I had a friend of the '60s who only knew as JD. Yeah, there you go. Illinois grain farmer. Good morning. All right, we got a lot to talk about, folks. Let's start with the big deal. What's the catalyst for today? What are the catalysts for today? It's easy. It's real easy. It's not difficult today. Good morning. Hey, Don, good morning. Good morning. Come on, guys. What are the catalysts for today? And I know there's like an 8 second delay. Also, while I'm doing this, if you don't mind, you may want to go down, scroll down to this box right here, click the gear icon. It says HD, and make sure you're at 1080p, okay? Make sure you're at 1080p. That way you could see everything very, very, very clearly. Okay? Very, very, very clearly. And while you're there, give me a thumbs up just one time. Otherwise, it negates it. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you. Okay, Apple. Obvious, right? Yeah, it goes by Jamie. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, well, I just found this out from internally from this right here. It's not at 4:49 p.m. I think his time is wrong, but this was today. He pulled a fast one. No, no, guys, let's look at the big stuff. We'll get into all of lay out all of them. Just put out all the catalysts. I did. I have them right here. I have them right here. Right there. You could see all of the catalysts right there. Every one of them. So, what's the first catalyst? Trump isn't being honest. America's going to have to pay tariffs. So, Stanley Black and Decker, Adidas, Walmart, and now Apple. So let me ask you folks, remember what I said about the wall, the Mexican wall? And I told you the exact same thing is going to happen here. I want you to tell me how wrong I've been so far. Who is going to end up paying for these tariffs, which will never happen? Us. Now, do you think Apple is going to pay 25%? Let me ask you a question, guys. Do you think America needs Apple or Apple needs America more? You think people are going to stop buying Apple because of our president? No. Do you think people are going to pay 25% more? No. Do you think Apple's going to pay 25% more? No. You know who's going to end up paying 25% more? You. Folks, don't worry. This will never happen. This will never ever happen. You don't have to worry about any of this. Somebody's going to have another come to Jesus talk with our president, and he'll take some blood pressure medication and he'll calm down. But this is why the market is down so much today. Okay. Yes. I don't think so, does he? I think America needs Apple more. I think if you ask my wife, she will tell you that she needs Apple a lot more than she needs our president. Are you kidding me? Apple? That's like DeSantis going against Disney. You don't go against the big ugly rat. The rat will always win. You don't go against Apple. You don't go against Apple. When you go against Apple, this is what happens. This is what happens. You don't go against Apple. Okay. So, what are the catalysts? What are the catalysts? Well, here's the thing. Remember, foreign countries are going to pay tariffs. Let me ask you guys a question. If Donald Trump told you that America is going to pay tariffs and America is going to make America great again, would you go for that? Of course not. Well, guess what? He's doing it to us. I don't remember him promising that. I don't remember him telling us that I will have to pay tariffs. I want foreign countries to pay tariffs. Because if Apple has to pay tariffs, that means I'm paying tariffs. If Walmart's paying tariffs, that means I'm paying tariffs. If Stanley Black and Decker is paying tariffs, I'm paying tariffs. And lastly, if Adidas is paying tariffs, I'm paying tariffs. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. All right. And if anybody still doesn't think that tariffs are driving the economy, I got a bridge to sell you. That came out less than half, like within an hour, okay? And the market was only down about 100 points till it did. Okay, what is the next major catalyst? What's the next major catalyst? How about retail? How about retail? Yeah, Boyd. Yeah, Boyd. You know what? I've been trying to tell my wife that and my daughter that for the last 12 years. Boyd, I've been trying to tell my wife and my daughter that for the last 12 years. You know what they keep telling me? This. You understand, Boyd? I use Samsung. And I've been trying to get my family to use Samsung for the last 12 years. And they keep telling me this. And that's what Americans are telling our president right now, unfortunately. And I'm sorry, I can't be any more honest with you on this. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one, Boyd. I've been trying to pull that on my wife, daughter, and my children for the last 12 years, and they've been telling me to take a hike. I've owned only Samsung. All my phones have been Samsung. You try telling somebody who uses an Apple to switch to Samsung, and you see what they tell you. Right? Right? I know. I use Samsung. I only use Samsung. I would never use an Apple phone. I don't like them at all. I'm not the guy to talk to. But I've tried to get my family to buy Samsung phones for the last 12 years, and they keep telling me to go screw myself. Right. Exactly. Exactly. I know that. I've been using, folks, you're talking to the wrong guy. I'm a Samsung phone guy. I haven't used an Apple phone in 15 years. I love my Samsung phone. I will never ever use I cannot stand Apple products. You're singing to the wrong guy here. You don't get me involved. I'm trying to be objective. All right? Right. You go try telling somebody who has an Apple to buy a Samsung, Boyd. And I know what it is because I try to do it every other month. And they keep telling me to go screw myself. Okay? All right? Right? Thank you guys. Am I saying anything here that's not 1000% correct? And yes, I'm only a Samsung guy. I love my Samsung phone. I would never use an Apple phone in a million years. And the market is still down 600 points, Boyd. And you can't tell people who buy Apple not to buy Apple. They'll tell you to go screw yourself. All right, now let's now talk about the market. All right? Me either. Me either. Don't get me involved in this. I'm a Samsung guy. I'm just playing devil's advocate. All right. Good morning, Helen. Good morning. I love Samsung. I love everything Samsung I'll buy. I love Samsung, Boyd. I'm on your side. But my wife and my daughter and my other daughter, no, 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 no. Don't ever take their Apple away from them. We're going to have a big problem if you take their Apple away from them. Right? Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. Do you think I use Apple products? Not one thing I have is Apple. But here we are. Don't get me involved in this. That's the key to being objective. You can't tell somebody who uses Apple to use a Samsung phone. They're going to tell you to go screw yourself. And I know that because I'm being told to screw myself every other day. Exactly, Eagle. Same thing. No, Boyd, market down is not an opportunity to make money. That's what a losing trader will say. Ay vey. All right, let's continue. So what's the next major catalyst, guys? What's the next major catalyst? I don't want to get into this discussion anymore. Please, it's useless. Our president is not being kosher with us. Period. Decker and Ross. Decker and Ross both are negative. Not good for retail. Not good for retail. And what's the other major catalyst? Nuclear. Utility stocks. Nuclear. I mean, utility stocks. I love that. I love VSTs now in nuclear stock. I love it. Nuclear stocks. So here's what I wrote. Solar stocks because of the bill. Solar stocks, home sales, Powell speaking later, Apple, retail, and nuclear. For a Friday, for a sleepy Friday, we have a folks. Let me tell you something. Every female in my family uses Apple. I've been trying to get them to switch to Samsung for a decade now. They all keep giving me the middle finger, okay? I only use Samsung, so I know how all of you feel. And this is not a political discussion. I love my Samsung. I'm with you, Boyd. I love my Samsung. I can't get the ladies to use anything but Apple. And they won't. All right? Just letting you know. So we all know what the catalysts are. All right. We all know what I love Samsung. I love, 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 love Samsung. I will only use Samsung. I'm actually have to go next weekend and get a new Samsung phone. I only buy Samsung. And Josh, my son, he also uses Samsung. All the ladies in my household use Apple. Everything they use is Apple. Thank God I got my wife to use a regular PC, but the girls use Apple, Apple, Apple. You try getting Apple away from them. Oh my God. Whew. All right. Let's look at Fed data. New home sales, major catalyst. Jerome Powell speaking, always a major catalyst, and Lisa Cook speaking, major catalyst. I will have to say that before this Apple thing, we had several minor catalysts. Now we have a major catalyst. This is a major catalyst. Yeah. So again, you can't tell Boyd, you can't tell people to switch to Samsung. That's not going to work. I know because I've been trying to do it for a decade now. Samsung's made in Korea, and they're amazing phones. Amazing phone. Amazing, 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 amazing. I agree with everybody who loves Samsung. That's what I use. What can I tell you? But you, Mike, try to get everyone in my family uses Apple, and they have tried to change them to Samsung. Yep, me too. They won't do it. If you guys know how, please tell me. I'll be indebted to you for the rest of my life. I have to buy an Apple every couple of years. If you think I enjoy it, I don't. Okay, but Apple's Apple. All right, China. What is China doing? China's down a little bit, folks. We're all in this together. Okay, bond market. Bond market's coming up. This is very positive, actually. It's almost at the 8-day EMA. The question is it gonna pause here? Now let me show you something. This is the beauty of visual back testing. Uh, this is visual back testing. Look how well it respects the 8-day EMA. I want to show you this. This is what I was talking about yesterday. Uh, No, no, Larry, let me show you something. Let's be factual. An hour ago, everything was down 100 points. This was down 100 points, and this was down 100 points. And then somebody with the name Donald Trump came out. This is not the right time. He came out today and said this. Okay, today and said this. And as soon as he said it, the market fell. Why did the market fall so hard? Because it's implying that America's paying for. See, every time the Trump says that Apple or let me explain to you guys so you understand. I want to explain the logic for you, okay? The market is not down because of tariffs. The market's down because the market's realizing that America is going to have to pay for these tariffs and that these tariffs are not working at all and they're not going to work. Okay. That's why the market is down. The market's not down because we know there's going to be tariffs. The market's down because we're realizing that we're going to have to pay for these tariffs. And nobody wants to pay for these tariffs, just like nobody wanted to pay for the wall. Remember, I told you tariffs equals the wall of Mexico. You know how nobody talks about it anymore? That's going to be the tariffs in the next 6 months. All right, let's now continue. So, US dollar, what's the US dollar doing? Look how it's driving down this line, and we're still below par. We're still below par. This is very, very bad. The next level is right here. Right here. If we break this down, it's very, very bad. Very, very bad. Well, I don't know about that. Oh yeah, let me give you guys some links. If you guys want to see something cool, day trading stuff, I'll be talking about it right after my VIP room. Here's the link for that. I'll be in my VIP room talking about correlation, volatility, and moving averages. We didn't have a chance. We didn't have a chance to talk about it yesterday. We ran out of time. And then let me give you a link to Customer Service Live. And again, the only reason why I'm really talking about this tariffs. Oh, and by the way, Trump threatened 50% tariff against European Union. That's another tariffs, basically. Tariffs. Yeah, here you could see how Apple reacted to this news, guys. In case you're thinking that it wasn't because of Apple, just so you see, guys, right here. Do you see this? Everything is nice and smooth. Bow, down 4%. Yeah, yes, that's right. EU, yes. Chris Alexander, yes. He just tweeted it too. So it's a double whammy. It's Apple and European Union. Thank you, Chris. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I was just getting to that. Basically, tariff talk is back. Tariff stuff is back. Um, Let me give you a link to Customer Service Live. I'm pretty sure Cam and Gustavo are going to be talking about something juicy today. And Jamie's a really good, he's a long-term trader. He's a very smart guy. Um, Cam, he's a little more longer term. He's a little more longer term. Great guy. Nice gentleman. Good for you, Jeff. Good for you. Good for you. So US dollar, folks. US dollar is we're below this area and the next level is right here. This is where support is. So if we break this, we're in the crapper. Crude oil. Crude oil is starting to cool off, obviously because of this tariff talk and because of more unforeseeability in the Middle East. We're now below this line. You know what? I'm going to make a little note for Matt right now. One second. So I don't forget. I'm going to be looking for bear call spreads today on energy stocks. And I don't need high implied volatility because I'm not going to do an iron condor. I'm going to give you guys in the weekly cash flow today. I'm going to try to find an energy stock for you and do a weekly cash flow by taking premium on the falling energy market over the next couple of days, okay? Is the bond market up reacting to revenue? The bond market's been doing this now for it hasn't really, here. Let me show you, Boyd. Since this news came out, last 20 minutes, this is what the bond market's doing. It was going up, and ever within the last 20 minutes, as soon as he said this, and also, Boyd, look at this here. Look at how we react every time we come to the 8-day EMA. So it looks to me like we're bouncing down from here. Point is, I wouldn't be very bullish on this right now. I wouldn't be bullish on this. All right, crude oil, as I mentioned, I'm going to be looking for a bull put spread today. Excuse me, a bear call spread. Bear call spread today. Gold. Let's look at gold. Oh, there we are. We are now. All right, there we are. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! What did I tell you about gold? Do you guys remember? Start initiating, start triggering right here and add once we're past this area. Guess where we're at right now? We're above this area right now. Look, maybe give yourself just a little bit more, but I like what I'm seeing here. I would be adding to gold here, folks. Yes, Richard, remember I said yesterday, as soon as we go above this area, you should add a little more. I said you should start buying right here, nibbling right. I said nibbling. I didn't say buying. I said nibbling. And then I said start buying right here. Well, guess what? We're getting back above that area. You guys remember that. I've been talking about it every single day. There shouldn't be any confusion or anything like that. Karen, hey, Karen, remember? And gold should stay up today as a result of this. Remember, there's several catalysts. Tariffs, I'll just encompass all the iPhone in Europe. Tariffs, retail, nuclear, and solar stocks. Don't forget solar stocks because of the clean energy bill yesterday. Folks, remember, we have a bonus trade on Enphase in the pit. We'll have to see how that does today, okay? That's right, Gregory, nibbling. Hey, Jeff Rake, did you buy any gold on this move up? I remember you and I were talking about gold over here, and I was telling folks to buy it here a little bit and then start really getting in when we're above here. And my profit target is right here at 3454. I think we're going to consolidate here, and then we're going to go higher. All right. Yes. Good. I love when a plan comes together. Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. Oh, look what Bitcoin is doing. Now, I don't enter 3 times. Yay. I love when people actually listen to me. Here, Trump is threatening something. What is it saying? Usually it had Trump is threatening. It said, what is he threatening? 25% tariff on iPhone if not started making, they're not going to start making anything in America. Good. Any suggestions on how to buy gold in the stock market? Mitch, ask me in the VIP room today. I'll try to find you some gold stocks, and we may start having some gold stocks on the list. I'm pretty sure there's several gold stocks that look good. Bot CGC, thanks to your advice, looking great. Morning session yes. Why would solar go up when not up, boy, down. I said straddle. I didn't say buy solar. I said straddle. Down, down, down. Now, do you guys remember what I told you about Bitcoin? Does anybody remember what I bought on Bitcoin? And when I'm going through my stocks, if you guys want to throw out a couple of gold stocks, I'll gladly take a look at it. Okay, Mitch? All right. Yeah. So Karen, hold on. Wait till we do our stocks, and then you guys can give me like 5 or 6 of your favorite gold stocks, and I'll take a look. Okay. Gold miners. Well, let's take a look. Now, what did I tell you about Bitcoin? What did I tell you about Bitcoin? Does anybody remember what I said about Bitcoin? I also want to look at some gold stocks. It's a selfish reason, Mitch. I also want to take a look. What did I tell you about Bitcoin? Can anybody remember what I said about Bitcoin? Let's move off the gold for now. When we're looking at it, you guys can give them to me. What did I say about Bitcoin? I was very specific about what I said about Bitcoin. I want to see if you guys can remember. It was only 2 days ago. Let's get off the gold thing for a second. Yes, BTC needs to clear, needs to fill the gap. Okay, I said something very, 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 very. Yes, test. Yes, Mike remembers. Yes, my Picasso drawing. Geothi remembers. It was going to consolidate to the 8 day. Yes, you guys are actually taking notes. What I said was I would not be buying this breakout. I would wait for a test of the 8 day. I would wait for a test back here. I even drew you a picture. This is what I drew you. I'm going to show you what I drew. And I dare anybody here to say I didn't draw it. Don't mess with my Picasso drawings. I take them very seriously. Here's what I did. I said, do you guys remember that? Guess what? It's 8 day EMA. Now, I dare anybody to tell me that I did not say that 2 days ago and drew this line for you. Tell me it ain't so. Here, I'm going to put it in. Here, I'm going to put it here. There we go. And I'm glad you guys remember. I just posted in the Telegram channel. We went up, we tested. Now we can go higher, or maybe even test this area a little more for a day or two. I just posted this in Telegram. Anyway, whether you trade it or not, this is how markets work. You wait for a breakout, look for the breakout level, you wait for a test, and then you buy. That's how you don't get screwed on breakouts. But I did draw this line for you, and I even told you that this line corresponds with the 8 day EMA. And I told you once we come down here, I would feel a lot more comfortable than buying it right here. Price is still accepting this area. We still haven't broken this low. Okay? Good. I'm glad you guys remembered what I actually talk about. Let me check the market real quick here. Oy vey. Let me look at end phase real quick here. Okay. Starting to lose more value. We'll see. We'll see if we make money on this. All right. Let's go through the review. What a nice session. Yep. I just posted it. I just posted it, Mike, for you. I just did that for you right now. You guys like my Picasso drawings? They're like I mean, I can't draw to save my life. My daughter and my wife, actually, the ladies in my family are really good. I can't draw to save my life. Concerns remain about U.S. fiscal outlook after President Trump signed a tax bill narrowly passing the House of Representative. I don't know if it's going to pass the Senate. I don't think it will, but I don't know. I don't get too involved in this stuff. Analysts are warning that continued deterioration of the U.S. government fiscal position will keep putting pressure on riskier assets. Very true. President Trump's sprawling tax and spending bill is expecting to widen the deficit 2.7 trillion. I know a lot of folks, including Republicans, are not happy about this because, well, I thought we are supposed to decrease our deficit, but what do I know about it? I don't think it's going to pass. Uh, I don't think it's going to pass. Solar stocks plummeted yesterday. Remember, we did a straddle on Enphase in the pit. I gave you a bonus trade yesterday. Sunrun, Solar. I'm expecting them to lose more potentially today. That is a catalyst. That is a catalyst. I have it right here. Solar, right there. With tax bill, solar. I mean, they're together. They're in the same. You know where it's going to come from, Carlos. The same place the wall came from. Us. Managed healthcare is still a catalyst. I don't think it's as much of a catalyst today, but it's still driving price of healthcare care. So healthcare is still bearish. Now, it's very interesting, but none of you got this yesterday. Very few of you got this yesterday. But all of a sudden, it's here now. And was it a major catalyst yesterday? It sure was. ADI slid 4%, top percentage loser on the Nasdaq. Didn't I tell you yesterday this was going to be a major catalyst? None of you got it right. Most of you, 90% of you, 95% of you missed this. And all of a sudden, it's a major catalyst yesterday. It was. And I was drawing SMH all day yesterday, showing how, hey, look, SMH stopped going down. If SMH stops going down, the rest of these things will stop going down. And they did. You got to keep an eye on things. Let's see if I have it here. By the way, I drew up, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I drew this in the pit I drew another Picasso in Trading Zone Live yesterday. Now, how much is that worth to you? Look, and I drew this yesterday at 1:46 in the afternoon. And let me show you something here. It must have been in the main channel. I must have given it to you guys. I've been doing a lot more in the main channel with this volatility to help you guys. But I think I had a chart of SMH here. I guess not. I post way too much stuff here. I guess a lot. But anyway, I was talking about SMH yesterday. I remember that one. Tariff revenue to bring the deficit down if the Senate doesn't get rid of some spending. Also, possible taxes won't decrease for high income earners. Okay. Yeah, Ross Store. Retail's definitely a catalyst today. All right. Anyway, chips yesterday, healthcare yesterday, and solar, just like I told you. And what did I say yesterday was going to be retail, ADI, Jamie Dimon, jobless claims? Very, very similar. All right. Economic data released as global PMI. It didn't do anything to the market. Stronger than expected. There was no reaction. Jobless claims, no reaction. Existing home sales, 7th month low. Not good for consumer discretionary stocks. You like those, Andrew? Okay, I'll keep doing it. Okay, if you guys want me to continue doing those Picasso drawings, just let me know and I'll keep doing them. I think they're very simple, but they're helpful. Fed, what did the Fed say that was so different from 2 weeks ago that they didn't do and take any action? Central bank may lower rates second half of 2020. They will. They will. If tariffs imposed by Trump administration are settled near 10%, if we can get the tariffs down close to 10%, then all sealed. It's got to be sealed. They're not going to do anything before it's sealed because they won't know what to expect. Then we're in good shape for second half of the year. At some point, Susan Collins said interest rate cuts may be delayed or potentially not occur at all this year. Thank you, Jyoti. All right, I'll keep doing it. Since you guys like them, I'll keep doing it. There's zero chance we're going to lower rates in July. In June, we already know that. I think there's a really good chance we're going to lower rates August, September. I was thinking July, but there is no July meeting, so August, September. We have new home sales today. That could potentially be a major catalyst. Why? When people buy homes, permits, they start spending money. They start opening up their wallet. There's a statistic that says 20 or 30% of all spending takes time when people of the household over a year happens or a decade when they move homes. We have Fed speakers. So you got new home sales, you got Fed speakers, you got retail, and you've got solar, and you have now, thanks, Mr. Trump, we have tariffs. Europe is flat, although remember the news hit this morning, so none of that will be priced in. Falling bond yield provided some relief to investors, better than expected economic data supporting sentiment. Insurance stocks underperformed, mining and energy stocks. Not really anything from Europe we can really get. Yes, due to volatility. That's right. Well, the fact that no problem. Due to the fact that not volatility, the fact that they're breaking down. It's not just volatility. I don't care if they're volatile. I care about them being here. This is what you guys are paying for your mortgage. This is what you guys are paying for credit card debt. By the way, we're breaking down from the 8-day. Look, every time we're at day 8, this is the beauty of visually back testing. Look, we break down from the 8-day visually back testing. Bonds are still up, but not as much as they were earlier today. All right. What about China? Gave up earlier gains, closed lower. China's really not doing anything, but I think we're going to come right back here to the 50-day EMA. I'm a little bearish on U.S. China stocks right now. Seth says, why not always worth seeing someone else's opinion where the market is moving? Good, good. Hell no, Sunset Drive. Are you kidding me? I'm going to have to force my daughter and my wife's to move to Samsung. But no joke aside, I love my Samsung, and I've been trying to get them to use Samsung for over a decade. And the answer is go screw yourself. In a nice way, that's what the answer is. Go screw yourself. Japan ended higher, bolstered by falling U.S. Treasury yield and a weakened yen. Shares of Japan trading climbed on Friday. Greg Abel, that's the guy who's running Berkshire now, met with the country's largest trading firm. They're putting a lot of money into Japan, a lot of money into Japan. And they've been doing it now for a couple of years. Government data released on Friday showed Japan's core inflation accelerated at the quickest annual rate in more than 2 years, increasing the likelihood of another Bank of Japan interest rate hike. Warren Buffett has, and his company has very big plans for Japan over the next 10 to 20 years. They've been investing very heavily into Japan. Nuclear stocks. Nuclear stocks are all the rage this morning. Once again, President Trump set to sign an executive order. I mentioned yesterday that solar stocks in the pit. That here. I mentioned to you yesterday in the pit. Where did I write it? I know I put it somewhere here. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, I know I put it somewhere here. I sure write a lot of stuff. Good. This is me talking in the pit all day yesterday. I know I said it. I don't see it here, but I know I said it. I'm 90% sure I said that or maybe I did it in the free channel. Here, let me take a look. Hold on a second. No, 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 no. I know I said it yesterday. I know I mentioned SMR yesterday again. The real estate cycle ending in 2020 years. The TCL phone. Oh, really? Interesting. 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 I didn't know that about TCL phones. So, network stocks. You got Intuit software. Software stocks. They're kind of canceling each other out. And I wouldn't say this is going to be a major catalyst because they're kind of canceling each other out. One is up, one is down. But you might or may not remember, I mentioned to you that I'm expecting Decker to go down. I was very bearish on the stock. I mentioned that Hoka sales and UGG sales are expected to be down. This was one of my favorite companies, and I've been bearish on it. As a matter of fact, this was one of the worst stocks on my 2025 watch list. Remember, guys, one of the weakest stocks this year. That was on the list. It's down 16%. And Ross Store, this will reflect very negatively for retail. Remember, retail doesn't, they're connected, they're related, they're like chip stocks, they're like brothers and sisters. They're all in it together. But retail, not retail, not Amazon, not internet sales, but retail, box stores. We have a lot of exposure short right now across the board. So retail, tariffs, nuclear, and solar. Okay. Good, Kiyoung. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy you guys are making money, not losing money. All right. What about sentiment? Let's now talk about the stock market, right? Let's see how the market's looking right now. Not really great. Not really great. This is not good sentiment. Not good sentiment at all. 363 points. Not good. Not good. Not good. Several changes to we're headed for major fight between House Republicans and Senate should be interesting. Yeah, that should be interesting. I know one of my friends in Los Angeles uses TCL phones and he loves them. Anyway, we'll see. Let's talk about stock market. So I mentioned to you guys that sentiment is shifting. I mentioned to you that I'm expecting speculative stocks to come off and blue chip stocks to come up. I said it to you pretty much all week. And to prove that I like to prove things to you because I know a lot of you have very selective memories. So if you go to a week ago, Thursday, 1 week ago, semiconductor, technology, consumer discretionary, QQQ, retail. Now let's go to today. Consumer staples, healthcare, retail, basic materials. Look where semiconductors are. Look where technology is. Look where consumer discretionary is. Lower end of the scale. And look where QQQ is. I mean, you still have QQQ and communication here, and Bitcoin's kind of on its own little island. Bitcoin's probably going to go higher as a result of the US dollar and crapping out. This has been correlated to gold lately. But you could see here that healthcare is coming up. You notice what stock do we have in this is one of the reasons why I bought the pit stock for you guys, because I thought that speculative was going to go down and defensive was going to go up, but I didn't expect healthcare to have the bad news with the whole. Anyway, it is what it is. The stock is holding up really well though, in respectively, in relationship to others. But you could see right now that speculative stocks are no longer leading. That's not a bullish sign. That's what I keep saying, Stacy, and I'm not going to do it, but try to convince somebody. Try to convince. Oh, I did talk about SMR at 152 yesterday in the pit. Okay, I did. I knew I wasn't losing my mind. Here, let me take a quick look. 152. Let's see. No, I don't see anything at 152. No, I don't see anything at 152. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But I remember talking about SMR yesterday. I do remember posting it yesterday. 1152? All right. But you guys see, I mentioned it yesterday. Here, let's see, 1152. Where is it's now? It's killing me. I want to 1152, something 52. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, we're getting fragmented here. And also, as I showed you yesterday, you got 28 stocks making 52-week highs. You got 26 stocks making 52-week lows. You've got 18 stocks making 20-week highs. You have 16 stocks making 20-week lows. How about 50-day highs? 39 and 19. Do you have any directional momentum right now? Definitely not to the upside. Downside, probably. Probably. 90-day high lows, 38 and 37. There's nothing. Markets are still doing this. We should. We should. I agree with you, Keon. Uh, Bitcoin, because of US dollar. The US dollar and gold start doing their own thing when the US dollar is less than up. Nobody wants to put their money in US dollar when it's below 1. So you don't have a lot of directional bias right now to the upside or the downside. Although today that could change to the downside. but I would want to see this number. I want to see 100 here. I want to see 100 here. I want to see 100 here. So far, I'm not seeing any of that. We may have low volume, but we may have a move today. I mean, Dow's down 500 points. So we're going to have to be very, very careful today. Let's look at some levels on the market. I remember somebody telling you about a week and a half ago that we're going to come back here. Oh, what? 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 How could it be? But Roger, we were moving straight up. Trump said it's all good now. And what have I been telling you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days now? Do you guys remember anybody with my initials telling you that we're going to come right back here? And I also told you that when we do, the volatility index is going to come up to the 50-day moving average. Oh, wow. It must be hocus pocus. Volatility's at the 50-day moving average? And SPY is at the 200-day moving average? Oh, no. No, I didn't, Jeff, did I? So I want to ask you guys a question. How much was it worth to you right here, knowing we were going to come right back here? And if you guys don't remember me saying it, oh, don't worry. I only have about 15 Picasso drawings in the Pit and Telegram channel telling you the same. Jeff listens. Yeah, Jeff listens. Penny, do you remember? We're going to come right back to the 50-day. Here's what I said. Let me quote myself. I said I'm going to make a prediction. When we break the 8-day EMA, I said VIX is going to go to 20. Let's see what happened when we broke the 20-day the EMA. VIX went to 20. My second prediction, when SPY goes down to the 200-day moving average, VIX is going to go to the 50-day moving average. I literally said in those words. But here's the thing, folks. I didn't tell you that here or here. I told you that as we were going up. I dare anybody here. How many people? We have 616 people here. Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me that I did not say that? Like 20 times. Do you not remember? Oh, I just want to remember. Do you guys remember? Here's what I said, Seth. I was very clear and very specific. I said when the SPY hits the 200-day moving average, which it happens to be right at the 100-day moving average, I said that volatility is going to hit the 50-day moving average. And I also said before that, when we break the 8-day EMA, which we did 2 days ago, that VIX was going to hit 20, which it did. How much is that worth to you guys? And yesterday, I even told you that RSP was already there. And now we're breaking the 100. And I think we're going to fill this gap right here and break right back down right here to the 172.50. Now let's look at QQQ. Folks, you could have made a lot of money by taking that advice. Now we're not there yet on the QQQ, but we will head there. We will head there. We already broke all these levels. I think we're going to get there. I'm pretty sure we're going to get there. And one of the reasons I said we're going to get there is because SMH already did it. If you guys don't remember me saying that, and by the way, I didn't say it one time in the passing. I had like 20-minute sessions on it. What? But I didn't say it here or here. I said it right here. I said nothing is going to happen until we test this area. Jeff is asking now what's going to happen next. That depends, Jeff. And I'll tell you what it depends on. Now, this is what you should be listening to. It depends how hard we break this area. and how much further we go down. So Jeff, if we consolidate around here, we'll hold it. If we don't, I don't think we will, and I don't think we will because QQQ is starting to lose its cool, and, and there's no more catalysts out there. And I think this, if this comes down to here, it's going to push the SPY. It's going to push the SPY down here, and if the SPY comes down here, it means it's not holding the 200, which means we probably will have to see whether it holds the 50. Capiche? And I'm going to start wearing a t-shirt that says, I hate to say I told you so, because boy, oh boy, this is just all repetition. Michael says, so far I've lost 0 on your predictions. That's pretty good. I like that. That's why you are our favorite guru. I like that, Michael. Thank you very much. Now, I know a lot of gurus, buy crypto, buy crypto, buy crypto. What did I tell you to do? Wait for a pullback. One second, I get it. And folks, everybody who's in the pit, do you guys understand why I've been so darn cautious this week? This is I think I've given you one trade and a bonus trade in the pit. Do you understand why? I never say anything just once, Rick. Never. Never, ever. Probably 100 times. And I should probably say it 1,000 times. News-driven and Trump-driven news, agree, but I will watch after collecting my profits on many of my shorts today. I love that. How do I trade with that information? Alpha Diaz, I teach you that. The second part is in the VIP room. I told you so, yeah. I think you will see the flush downs to the 50-day. I think so too, Seth, but not today. We can talk about predictions another day. Well, we could talk about predictions right now too, and I think my prediction is we're going to go a little lower. Right now, folks, you need to watch how effectively we break this level and if we have any volume. I think the only saving grace we have today is the fact that it's a holiday and we may not have a lot of institutions coming in. But I need you guys to start watching this level very, very closely. And if we break this level, basically, if we close below this level, folks, I don't care where we're going to go today. I care where we're going to close today. I want to see if we're going to close below this level, or if the market's going to say, "Screw you, bears. We have more fight in us." I'll be watching the volume very carefully, and I'll be updating you throughout the entire day. And not only that, I've been giving you my Picasso drawings, right? Stayed away from all the swings, become a master scalper with AZP. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, now don't get me wrong, Carlos. There will be some amazing swing trading opportunities ahead. Just not right now. Just not right now. Okay? Time and a place. Time and a place. Time and a place. Okay. So a few things before I let you, well, before we get into sentiment, a few things. I'm having a really good session with you guys today. I'm getting a lot of value from this personally. So I'm very grateful to you guys for we have less than 50% of stocks trading at the 50-day moving average, at the 200-day moving average. Small caps, look at the vulnerability, 29%. 60% on the Dow, 57. I think this is going to go down to 50%. And I think that's going to happen. I'm going to make a prediction. This isn't really a prediction. This is more of a conclusion. But I think it's going to happen right when we hit the 200-day moving average, right here. And I think we're headed there. And then I'm going to have to really evaluate price action, and I'm going to have to connect this trend line. I can't seem to draw trend lines right now. This thing doesn't want to let me draw anything right now here. This is way too difficult. Hold on. I don't want to get into all. I'll do this in the VIP room. Let's see how today unfolds, but there should be a trend line right here. Right here. And that will give us the next levels, okay? I'll do that in the VIP room today. But you did not sign your Picasso drawing. Yeah, don't go against Picasso. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you all of you guys. You guys are very nice to me. I do appreciate it. Very nice to me. All right. I'll draw this in the afternoon. If you guys can remind me, please make a note to remind me to draw a trend line in the afternoon session in the VIP room for all the major indexes because we're turning down here. And because we're turning down here, why can't I draw a trend line? Okay, here we go. That's going to be a major trend line here. And on the SPY, QQQ, SMH. But now we're starting to, this is a lower high. See, we can't make a higher high. That's very dangerous. And here we have even a higher high, I think. No, this is the highest high. So we got to be really careful here. As far as sectors are concerned, I will go over every sector today. I think we have to do it today. I think I owe it to you guys to go through every major sector in the VIP room today because a lot of these are going to, there's a gap here. See, there's a gap here. And one of the reasons why I thought we were going to go down is to fill this gap. You could see how financials have already filled this gap. And I believe all these other sectors, oh, like right here, industrial, technology, semiconductors, retail, basic materials, not really a gap, already filled a gap, but break this level. I think it's very important for us today. I think it's very important for us today to do this in the VIP room. So we're going to have a session. We're going to do our major analysis of sectors today. I think we have to. I think we have to because there's a structural change happening right now. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let me give you my stocks and I'll let you guys go. Apple is not doing well. Can you guys give me this is delayed a few minutes. Can you tell me where Apple is right now? Yeah, this is about 15 minutes delayed. 10 minutes delayed. Can somebody tell me where Apple is right now? Just give me the last on Apple, okay? Can somebody tell me where Apple is right now? Anybody? Just give me the 194.65. No, 160.94.66. So it's pretty much in the same area. Okay. Let me draw a support line for you guys. I think this will be pretty important. So I know a lot of you are going to be looking at Apple today. So these are the levels you need to watch. 193.41, 190.18, and 185.72. Again, 193.60, 193.16, right here, this area low here. It's 193, 193.60, 193, mid 193s, 189 something, and 185.50. Okay. These are the levels. I'm going to give you how about I give you guys a Picasso of this here, and I'll put levels to watch to the downside on Apple. Okay. I want to make sure you guys are prepared for today's session. There we go. I posted this in Telegram for you guys so you can have it. Okay. I got to get out of here. All right. Stocks to the downside. Stocks to the downside. Got to break yesterday's low first. Tyson Foods. It has to break this low first. That's an A line, by the way. AMRK. Doc. Doc. Twist. Twist and shout. My ex-partner's brother's company. The Bronfman's company. LGHI. I don't think the Bronfmans own it anymore, but maybe they do. I don't know. That's a nice looking LGI Homes. Keep an eye on this and look how it's breaking lower. We have new home sales report. Keep an eye on the stock today, folks. Rise and CLX. A lot of consumer staples are breaking down. This is just one. Yesterday, I had like four on my list: Pepsi, Clorox, CAG, and GIS. They're all doing the same thing. One to a customer. One to a customer. If I would have known Apple would have come out with this news, I would have worn my bear shirt today. This is not good. Now let's look at the long stocks, okay? This is a really good session. Really good session. I'm glad there's no arguments. Nobody's arguing about anything. Nice breakout here. Car, nice breakout here. VR and S up to the 200-day moving average. Your profit target would be the 200-day. And honestly, I would wait. I wouldn't even do it, but it's a nice trend. Zscaler. I must have given you the stock 10 times in the last few days. Wait for it to get to stay, make sure it stays above the 8-day EMA. This may be a good time to get it right now, actually. Gap, Gap. Be careful, retailers right now. Be careful, be careful. I would wait. I don't like how deviated it is from the 8-day EMA, especially with this market. Dave, T-Bus. I had dinner with T-Bus last night. He was telling me about this stock, so I'm telling it to you about this stock. T-Buzz is he's very political. I'm not political, so I don't really have any bone in it. He's very big on politics. I'm not. LHX. This is a defense stock. GEV. I don't know why I didn't buy this stock. I'm a fool. I should have bought this stock back. Still may not be too late, but beautiful stock. And PAC. PAC. Nice looking stock here. Again, I mean, it's down 3% today. Be careful. But I like how it's coming up and took out the high yesterday. Really, really good. All right. This was a fantastic session. Before I let you go, I'm going to have a webinar inside my VIP room today where you can make 5 times 94. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be same strategy that brought me a 94% win rate in the pit. Now we're unlocking it with leveraged assets, income assets, all the good stuff. It'll be in the pit. It'll be there. I'll talk about it. I will do a full I will today in the pit do a full sector analysis. Don't miss out. Here's the link for that. Full sector analysis. Gold stocks. Yes, let's look at gold stocks. AEM. Let's look at gold stocks. It has to get above this area. Nothing till it gets above this area. It needs to get above 119.67. Newmont. Let's look at Newmont. Newmont needs to get above 54.66 or above. No, none. These stocks are not looking good. They're not. They're not. If you want me to look at more gold stocks, why don't you get a list and I'll take a look at it, okay? In the afternoon, I'll take a look at it. AU, let's take a look at AU. No, it has to break this level. All of these stocks have to break these levels. See, all these stocks have ascending triangles. Oh, God, this is a pain in my ass. See, triangle, it has to break these. All the gold stocks have triangles. GLD, let's take a quick look. I really do have to get out of here. No, it has to break this level. All the gold stocks have to break this level. And there was one more, AGI. Let's look at AGI. I need one that already broke that level, you see? No, 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 no. Look, got a downtrend here. It's got to break this. So, no, no. Gold, last one. Gold. None of these are ready, folks. No, no. It's got to start trading in this gap. It's got to start accepting this gap, and it's not. It's actually not accepting this gap. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I hope everybody has a great day. Let me give you a link to customer service live because without Cam and Gustavo, nothing good happens around here. And don't forget the Boberman, Jax. Gustavo, I hope Jax is doing well. And I hope you guys are going to be very, very careful today. I'll be updating you throughout the whole day. We may not have as quiet of a session as we expected. I'll see you guys later. Have a beautiful day today. Bye, guys. Live VIP room at noon. We'll do the sectors. Very important right now to know if we're going to bounce or come down. I'll see you guys later. Remember, folks, this is not a time for monkey business. All right? Bye, guys. Have a good day.